All right, hello. Just figured I'd make a video to share. I don't believe I've made a video on this before, but how to make your own wrist roller, and you can do it fairly cheaply, and you can do it even cheaper than the way I'm going to show you. But the first thing is the pipe here, and I believe this one. I believe I got this at a Menards, and it was. Looks like $5 for the 2-foot, 2-inch Charlotte PVC pipe. So just a 2-foot, 2-inch PVC pipe. Pretty simple. Now the strap is one that I had already. So I didn't price this strap. I priced this one that I got from Harbor Freight. And the reason I did that is because this Harbor Freight strap was much cheaper. You got a 2-pack, and it was $5 for this 2-pack. It's just a Hallmaster 1-inch 12-foot lashing strap. And of course, if I were to use this for my wrist roller, I would cut this off. This ratchet part, or whatever you want to call it, the cinch part, I would cut that off. Unless I could figure out how to incorporate it into the wrist roller itself. But so these straps, fairly cheap. And then I chose to sew. I don't really know how to sew, so I just kind of just did it a whole bunch till I knew it would hold. So it doesn't, I mean, here, I'll just show it to you real quick if you can see it. So, I mean, it doesn't look the worst, but it's not the best. And the way I did that is I drilled two, if you can kind of see it there, two lines, drilled 2 lines, and then put the strap through, and then sewed it together. And this is the nylon thread that I used, and that was a heavy-duty nylon thread. It was about $13. So we're looking at about $23 total. As long as you already have the tools. Of course, if you have to buy the tools, then it's going to be even pricier. But I'm just assuming you already have those tools. So fairly easy to do and fairly easy to throw together. Probably took me maybe at the most an hour and a half, and that's at the most. The longest part was the sewing part, because like I said, I don't know how to sew, but I kept going through there back and forth until I was like, that's gonna hold. Now the workload on this strap is, it says 330 pounds. So on a wrist roll, you're probably not going to have that much. So that would be more than enough. Now you could get fancy with it, make some kind of clasp or something on the end, but I don't have that. So what I typically do is I just tie it. So you could get fancy with it if you want. But like I say, I didn't choose to do that. So all I do is just tie it on here like so. Just tie it, and then it works just fine. Now I like to use these straps more than the rope, because the rope just doesn't feel as smooth. With these straps, it's a really smooth feel. With the rope, it will kind of like, it will start rolling and it will roll to one side. So a lot of times you'll have like a lopsided roll, whereas with the strap, it just rolls up on itself, and you barely notice any imbalance at all. So that's the only reason why I chose to go with the strap. I have made one with a rope before, and that would be a cheaper route probably, and it would probably be easier. because all you have to do is make one hole. But like I say, just me personally, I like to use the strap because it just feels smoother to me. So I'll kind of explain the way that I made the cut here in the center. What I did was I took my drill and like a smaller drill bit, and I made holes all the way down, and then I just when it was thin enough, I just made the drill go up and down, and it whittled that out. And I did it 2 times so I could put the strap in and then sew it together. So, and then I smoothed it up with a file. So nothing too fancy, but just figured I would share in case you had a desire to kind of throw something together like this. So about the total price, not including the tools, was about, I think, $23. So $5 for the straps, Harbor Freight. Not for sure. If you wanted to buy nicer straps, you could probably spend a little more. But Harbor Freight, $5. And the 2-inch, 2-foot pipe said it's $5. So I don't know if that's still the same price. I looked it up online and it said $5, so that should be what you're spending. And then the heavy duty nylon thread, which I think I got that off Amazon, if I remember right. $13, nothing fancy, just heavy duty nylon thread. So hopefully this helps you, and hopefully you can throw together a wrist roller if that's something you'd be interested in. Take care. Have a good rest of your day.